Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be talking about the Japanese Grand Prix results just for Formula 1. But before we get into that, let's first talk about next week's, or couple weeks scheduled race, which is at Shanghai, China for the first time since 2019. So it has been a while since we've been to Shanghai, but now in 2024 we are now coming back to Shanghai for the very first time. So really excited about that. But basically, the schedule is going to look like this. The only practice session which is going to happen on the 19th of April, starting at 11:30 a.m. to 12:30. While next will be to spend qualifying on the same day at 3:30 to 4:14. That'll be on a Friday. Saturday, now for the sprint race, that'll start at 11 to 12, and then qualifying that'll start at 3 to 4. And finally, on the race on a Sunday, on the 21st of April, will be the race itself, starting at 3 o'clock. So let's now have a look at the Japanese Grand Prix results for Formula 1. And surprise, surprise, Max Verstappen is your winner. No surprise there whatsoever. Then we have Sergio Perez, Carlos Sainz ran at the podium, then Charles Leclerc, Lando Norris, Fernando Alonso, George Russell, Oscar Piastri, Lewis Hamilton, and ran at the top 10 is obviously the Japanese driver, Yuki Tsunoda, getting, I think the first time a Japanese driver has gotten points since Kamui Kobayashi in 2012 when he was on the podium for Sauber, which is pretty cool. And then we have Nico Hulkenberg, Lance Stroll, Kevin Magnussen, Valtteri Bottas, Esteban Ocon, Pierre Gasly, Logan Sargent, and the three DNFers, that being Zhou Guanyu, Daniel Ricciardo, and Alexander Albon. Now, Albon and Ricciardo, both of them are pretty self-explanatory, as both of them crashed on lap 1 immediately. Basically, I'm pretty sure Ricciardo was looking to his left, or to his right, and kind of just went and basically just ran Albon wide. But it did look like a racing incident, I'll be honest, by looking at the replays. So it was a hefty crash. Red flags on, I'm pretty sure maybe for 15 minutes maybe. It wasn't really that long. So they quickly repaired the barrier and was like back to racing. So it was a hefty shunt for both those drivers, especially for Williams, considering that, you know, I mean, they obviously they've had to replace the chassis. I think when Albon crashed in practice in Australia, and they had to kick Sargent out and put Albon in, and now Albon has crashed once again, while Sargent finishes only 17th, which is still pretty bad considering that he also went off the track at some point. So yeah, not really looking too good for Williams. Zhou Guanyu, I think, had a gearbox problem, so he had to retire the car relatively halfway into the race. So unlucky there though for Zhou, but he was like 15th to 17th area, so it wasn't that bad or anything. But that's about it. I'll be honest, for the race, I mean, it was just a bit of a snooze fest, I'll say. I mean, the first couple laps was interesting, and then strategy came in off the red flag. Some started on mediums, some even, like, I think majority of them were starting on mediums, some were starting on softs and hards. So that was interesting to see kind of play out. I think there was also a couple one stops as well. I think Leclerc did a one stop and would definitely pan out well, but Carlos Sainz, he was on a mission, and Alonso was also trying to give Piastri DRS, but just didn't work out. Russell just passed it after a mistake from Piastri on the chicane. So yeah, unlucky there though for Piastri, but he still got some points, which is still pretty good for his standings. Retirements includes the aforementioned Albon's Ricciardo, both of them due to an accident, and Zhou Guanyu on lap 11 because of a gearbox problem. First lap went to Max Verstappen, of course, while the driver of the day, which is pretty interesting, actually went to Charles Leclerc. Then Yuki Tsunoda, then Carlos Sainz, Sergio Perez, and Lando Norris. Those were your top 5 for the driver of the day. Standings wise now, Max Verstappen is still in the lead, followed by Sergio Perez and Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, George Russell, both of them in 7th place. Lewis Hamilton and Lance Stroll ran out the top 10. Then Yuki Tsunoda, Oliver Bearman, Nico Hulkenberg, Kevin Magnussen, Alexander Albon, Daniel Ricciardo, Esteban Ocon, Logan Sargent, and the other three drivers which you can't see are Pierre Gasly, Valtteri Bottas, and Zhou Guanyu. So just a reminder that next week's schedule race is at China, only for F1. I think next I'm pretty sure is Miami. I think F1 Academy will be there. I'm pretty sure F2 as well. So now, like, you know, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. It will really help me, especially on this channel. I'm really excited for Shanghai, China. Obviously, it's been a while since we've been there, so let's see how the new regulation cars will hold up in Shanghai. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys next time in the next one. Goodbye.